Hello, good morning. Nice to see you all today. And my name is May Doldelau. Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is May Doldelau, M-E-Y, and I'm going to put my name on the screen for you to see. But thank you for joining me this morning. I'm so sorry that I couldn't be with you yesterday, Friday morning. I was having difficulty starting the Hangout on Google, so I figured if I waited one day, everything would work out, and it did. So here I am. So if you ever have difficulties, like technical difficulties, which you will if you do internet marketing, usually as long as you just take a break, do it again the next day, it works out okay. You'll always find a way, as long as you have a will, you have a way. So um, hold on one second. Let me just put my URL up here so you can see my name, who I am. There you go. So as you see, my name is May Doldelau, and this is Kat, and this is the Enjoy the Journey series, reality series that I do every week. And I've been doing it for 64 weeks. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of time, right? That's over a year of episodes. So I'm very excited. The reason I do them is because I want to let you know that internet marketing is a real thing. I'm a real person. Let me tell you a little bit about myself if you've never met me before. My name is May, and I live in Hawaii. Right now it's early morning, so it's 6:30 a.m. I do these hangouts early morning because I have a little son. His name is Jordan, and he's 2 years old. And ever since he was born, I like to spend time with him. Plus, he takes a lot of time. So both reasons. So I don't do this in the evenings because I'm watching Jordan. And early morning, he's still asleep. My husband's asleep. Everyone is pretty much asleep, although I hear something going on over there, some music, but pretty much everybody's asleep. So I can just do these hangouts, and I'm going to bring my microphone a little closer. I got this big orange microphone. But anyway, normally I can do these hangouts, and I don't disrupt my family. I can just do them, give people value on the internet and myself, and do some mastermind and powerful things on the internet, and also have my life with my family. See, to me, and this is very important for me, it's important to have a good life now, all right? Not later, not in the future, Of course you should have in the future too, but I mean right now, because the only time that we can really control is what we do right now, right? And the only time that we enjoy in life is right now, right? We're not enjoying it in the future. We're enjoying it right now, okay? So if you want to enjoy your life, which is the whole title of this whole thing, and the reason it is the title is because it really is centered around that one thing, is enjoy the journey. It's a journey. Our whole life is a journey, right? Internet marketing is a journey. Some people might make you think that it's instant money, and it's not. And if it is instant money, I don't know what you're doing, but it's probably not ethical. I mean, it feels instant once you figure it out, and you're selling really important things to people and they're buying. But when you're a total beginner, there's no instant money making anything. You have to learn some skills, but that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's just like anything. If you want to be a doctor, you have to learn some skills and then you make money, right? Same thing. So it's not anything strange, or it's pretty normal stuff. It's just that there's a journey involved, right? You have to learn some things. Just like if you go to medical school, it takes how many years to go through medical school? You have to go through all these schools, right? Elementary school, middle school, high school, college, graduate. I mean, it takes like 20 years to become a doctor, right? That's a long journey to become a doctor, right? So if you think about it that way, then you have to enjoy the journey, or you're missing half your life, or a third or a quarter of your life, or whatever. So that's why I call this Enjoy the Journey. I enjoy my journey. I spend my days living the best that I can live. So I spend time with my son because I love being a mom, all right? I love it. I love little kids. I love playing. I love how they're so fun and happy and smiling. And to me, it's like one of the best things is to spend time with my son, Jordan. Yeah? And I love spending time with my husband. I didn't get married early in life. I got married later in life, in my 30s. So I wanted to I did a lot of dating finally found my soulmate. And now that I'm with him, I actually like spending time with him, and I appreciate him and I love him. And I'm so grateful for him, right? Because I've dated a lot of different guys and I know what it is to be out there, and I'm so happy to be married. And so I like to spend time with my husband, right? So I take time out, and I also spend time reading and researching and learning and serving the community at the bank. I also work at a bank. So I'm not one of those, I'm a pretty normal person, let's just put it that way. I work at a bank, and I also have a son, I am a mom, I have a family, and yet I am an internet marketer. So if you're watching this and you're like, I'm a very busy person, however, I do want to learn how to make money online, I'm going to tell you that you can, all right? You just have to manage your time a bit, create 1 or 2 hours every day that is your time, like maybe in the morning like me, or if you're a man, sometimes at night works because your wife takes care of the kids at night so you can do some stuff on the internet. See, I don't do things at night because I don't like, I really want to be with my son at night and my husband. I don't want to be doing internet marketing at night. And I figured that out the hard way. I figured it out because I did it. I would do it at night, and I realized I hated it. It was horrible. So I stopped doing that, and I don't do that anymore. I do it only in the mornings now. So that's about it for me in my personal life. Now you know who I am. I'm a regular person. I work a job. I'm a mom. I have a son. I have a husband I love. And I live in Hawaii, which is a beautiful, beautiful place. I hope you can come visit me one day. It's so nice. If you're watching this, today's topic is about Facebook marketing. And it's going to be a really exciting webinar today because I'm actually going to do some Facebook marketing from start to finish today. And I'm going to do it for my sake and for yours. So not only am I doing my own ad, I'm also here to help you figure out how to do an ad, because whatever it is you're doing, you need to market yourself, whatever it is you're selling, right? And depending on what your job or profession is or what you're selling, you may be able to use Facebook to sell for you. For what I do, Facebook is a great way to make sales in our business. So that's why I focus on Facebook. Okay, and I've made a lot of sales on Facebook. The most that I've done in sales is about maybe 3,000 or 4,000 in a day from Facebook sales. So you can make a lot of money on Facebook, and people have made far more than me, okay? My results are not typical. See full income disclaimer at workwithmay.com/income, and I'm going to put that on the screen too because I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my story. So I started this business when I was pregnant with my son, Jordan. All right. I was pregnant, 3 months pregnant, 4 months pregnant. And I was in this course. It was a personal development course. And I was looking for my calling. I don't know if you ever thought about what your calling is. Like, what were you destined to do on this planet? What is it that you were meant to be and meant to do? So workwithmay.com/income, that's my income disclaimer. Every time I talk about how much money I make, I want you to know where to find our income disclaimer for our company. And that's to be compliant with the law and everything like that. So anyways, moving on. So like I was saying, let me just make sure. Yeah. Okay. So sorry. Just want to make sure you can see this, but yeah, you can. Okay. So like I was saying, I was pregnant with my son, Jordan, 3 months pregnant. And I had a coach, and he asked me, what do you love to do? And I was like, because one of my goals, okay, let me just tell you this. You have 4 goals in this coaching program. And one of them was about money, because I have a big goal about money. I want to make $3,000 a month in passive income. Consistent, like clockwork, it just comes in every month. Now, what does that mean, passive income, right? People are like, what is passive income? Passive income is money you make without having to spend any time, okay? So right now, what I'm doing is I'm spending time, all right? So this is not like say I made 5 sales from this webinar, or right now, okay? That is not passive income. However, this webinar is being recorded, right? And it's going to be on my blog. And say it makes me 5 sales a year from now. That's passive income because I didn't do anything, right? I spend the time one time now, but later, if it keeps making me money, then it becomes passive income. You see the difference? Also, like the easiest example is like a savings account. You get interest in a savings account, right? Or dividends from stocks. That's also passive income. So I'm sucking on a cough drop. Anyway, so I wanted $3,000 in passive income. Why? Because that's how much money I made at my job, and then I could just retire and I could do whatever I wanted full time, which would probably be reading and writing and researching, because I just love that stuff. God, I love writing and reading and making videos and teaching people stuff. I just love it, right? Anyway, so what I ended up doing was I wrote it down. I wrote down what I love, and it was talking to people, reading, writing, hanging out with people like my friends, and people who love to talk with me about the same stuff, like my friends. That was what I wrote down that I love to do. And I'm like, how do I make money doing that? Right? Because at my bank, it's a very specific thing I do. I'm very good at talking. That's part of it. That's probably why I like my job. I talk to customers, right? Wealthy customers. I talk to them and I help them with their problems and find them solutions. So that's probably why I like my job, one reason. And then on top of that, I have to be good at like writing, writing emails, writing letters. But I don't get to read a lot at my job, right? But I love reading. I love reading about investing. I love reading about personal development. Here's a book I'm reading right now. Wayne Dyer, I Can See Clearly Now. We're going to talk about this book actually because the Facebook ad I'm going to do, we're going to talk about this. But so my coach says, okay, let's go talk to the group. So there's a whole group of us. We're on this coaching program. So we sit down together and I tell them what I love to do. I love to read. I love to write. I love to talk to people and about what I love, which is like personal growth and stuff like that. So they throw out ideas, right? One of them is, you could do blogging. And I'm like, okay, yeah, blogging sounds good. I already blog, but it wasn't making me lots of money. But they said they knew somebody who was making a lot of money blogging. And his name was Keala. And I was like, okay, well, sounds great. So they gave me his contact info, and I called Keala. He says, yeah, I'm making $3,000 a month passive income now. And I'm like, really? That's awesome, right? Because that's my goal. That's what I want to do. So I go and I basically sign up with Keala to do that business. And that's the business I'm doing now. And I became more and more pregnant, right? Didn't make any sales during that whole course. The course is done. Didn't make any sales. Very excited. Didn't make any sales, right? And then I started making sales. That was after the course, 3 months later. One, then another one, the other 2 days later, and then another one 2 days later, and then another one. And then I made like $4,400 in one day. My results not typical. See workwithme.com/income, and then more sales, and then the following month another $4,400 a day. That was a week before I gave birth to my son Jordan. Made about $9,000 right before I gave birth to my son Jordan. So workwithme.com/income. After I gave birth to my son Jordan, still making money, even though I wasn't doing anything with the business. And of course, the business kind of went downhill because I wasn't doing anything. However, it was still giving me money, like hundreds per month. Like, it was just really amazing what was happening. And I wasn't doing anything because I gave birth. I could not walk, right? I had to walk backwards. My feet would like shuffle backwards because I had split my pelvic bone. My son was 8 pounds, 12 ounces, and he was kind of big for me. And so I couldn't walk for a month. Like, I couldn't walk straight. I had to walk backwards, shuffling my feet. My husband had to come home from work, pick me up, put me in the bathtub so I could take a shower because I could not get into the bathtub without somebody picking me up and putting me in. So it was like crazy stuff. And so basically what I'm saying is, if I can do it, you can do it, okay? It's not super, super hard. However, it does take time to learn certain things, right? Because if you want to make money online, you got to learn certain things. So today, that's my story, just so you know who I am. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, viewers. So I'm going to talk about Facebook marketing today. Facebook marketing is one of the biggest forms of marketing that people use to make money online, especially like regular people like you and me, okay? But also big companies. And if you go on Facebook, you'll see ads on the right side, And you'll see ads in the middle that say sponsored. And that's how you know it's an ad. And people look at it, they click on it, they go inside. If it's something interesting to them, they want it, right? So Facebook is a great place to put ads, especially if you're looking for people who are on smartphones, okay? People on smartphones have some money, right? They have the amount of money that you need to get a smartphone. So they're not poor, right? Super poor people do not have smartphones, okay? They don't. So if you're marketing, you want to sell things to people, Facebook is a great way to find people. And it's great to find certain types of people because it actually lets you specify, only show my ad to people who like golf, or only show my ad to people who like Wayne Dyer, or whatever. So that's why I bring up Wayne Dyer. So today we're going to go from start to finish with Facebook ads. Now, if you're watching this and you're on my team, you should be taking notes, okay? Because doing the stuff that I'm going to show you will make you money, because that's what makes us money, all right? So just copycat here. I mean, my sponsor, Kiala, showed it to me a long time ago, and now I'm showing it to you. So just do it. Now, there's trial and error. Every leader I know, sometimes their ads get disapproved. In fact, oftentimes. And then they have to fix it. So today I'm going to talk about really specific stuff because I have some ads that have been disapproved. So I'm going to work on it again to get it approved. So I'm going to talk a lot about that, which is actually extremely important because a lot of new people, they start out, they put up an ad, it gets disapproved, and they don't know how to get it approved, right? So they just never get an ad up. So it's really important to get your ad approved up so that you can have something there. And then after you know how to get it approved, get it to sell, or the opposite way, whatever works. But I'm going to go through the whole process because the whole point of this is for me to get an ad up that makes me money, right? So you're going to get value out of this. Okay, so let's just start. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Facebook. Excuse me. And I'm going to show you an ad that I have up already. Hold on one second. I'm going to show you an ad I have up already that was not approved, and we're going to go through some of the reasons they say it was not approved so that we can fix it. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen in a second. Hold on one second. Okay, let me share my screen. I was just getting into Facebook so that I could show you. Okay, so here we go. So I'm on Facebook right now. This is my wall. And okay, so I'm presenting to you now so you can see this. All right. So where I'm going to go on Facebook is I'm going to go to this thing on the left called Ads Manager. So I click on Ads Manager, and this is where all the ads are run. See this green button? That's where you create an ad. I'm going to go through all that, but first, it's asking me about stuff. Okay, leave. Okay, so I'm running an ad right now. As you can tell, there's some money being spent. And people, who like what I do, they click on my links and they see if they want to do it too. Okay, so currently my ad is running. As you can see, I've spent $406.70 in the lifetime of this ad. However, I spend very little per day, so I've been running it for a long time. Sometimes I run it at higher than $2.88 a day. And if you're wondering why I'm doing $2.88, it's because a mentor named Justin Verengia, who just gave us a Facebook training, he does $2.88 because it's a lucky number. So I figured, well, why not? But you can actually put anything there. But we'll talk about it later. So let's just click inside a campaign that was not approved. That was this one. See? Not approved. So let's go in there. That's my Wayne Dyer campaign. That's the one that I want to get approved but didn't. So then they're saying an ad in this campaign wasn't approved because it didn't meet our guidelines. Okay? So it was not approved, didn't meet guidelines. Okay. Your ad wasn't approved because it doesn't follow advertising guidelines for language that is profane, vulgar, threatening, or generates high negative feedback. Ads can't use language that insults, harasses, demeans, or addresses their age, gender, name, race, physical inclination, or sexual preference. Please visit the Help Center and learn more about examples of ads that meet our guidelines. If you read the guidelines, it helps think your ad followers should be proud of this. Okay, so Help Center. Okay, here we go. I actually read this whole thing because I wanted to know what they thought was good or not, because I wasn't sure why it got disapproved, right? So I read the entire thing. And we're going to go through it again together because I think it's important, and I want to refresh my brain before we fix the ad and see if we can get it up and approved. Okay. Ad copy must describe and represent the advertised or sponsored brand or product in an accurate, non-misleading way. Ads must not make unsubstantiated claims, including but not limited to price, performance, and results. Any claim made in the copy should also be reflected on the landing page. Also, ad copy must not be insulting, harassing, or threatening to people. Language used in and not in an ad may not be offensive, profane, vulgar, libelous, slanderous, or unlawful. Okay, so maybe my ad didn't get approved because of the landing page. I'm not sure. Because they said the landing page has to really reflect the ad. So that might be it. Landing page is the web page they go to when they click on your ad. Okay? Excuse me. Then they have some examples. Teaser campaigns. It said teaser campaigns are permitted provided that the vertical and general product type are disclosed in the ad copy. Deal or coupon sites. Any advertised deal or coupon offer must be accurately reflected on the landing page. Acceptable. Looking for a restaurant? Get the best coupons for any kind of restaurant, Japanese, Italian, American. We have all of them. This does not promise a specific offer. Unacceptable. 53% off for a sushi dinner. This language will only be acceptable if the landing page has a specific offer mentioned in the ad. Otherwise, it's inaccurate. Okay, so basically they're saying if you say 53% off sushi dinner, when they click that link, it better say, click here for the coupon to get 53% off your sushi for sushi dinner, right? Otherwise, it's not good. Emulating site features. Ads may not emulate Facebook site features or functionality by using language that contains false, misleading, fraudulent, or deceptive claims. This includes, but is not limited to, emulating Facebook messages, Facebook friend requests. So they're just saying don't pretend you're Facebook. That's what that one is. Attributes. Ads may not assert or imply directly or indirectly within the content or targeting someone's personal characteristics. Okay, so this one, race or ethnic origin. I was confused when I read this the first time, but meet black men is okay. That's obviously racial. Find black singles today. Interested in black men? Okay, I guess those are okay. See, I was confused. I forgot. Unacceptable is, are you black? Oh, so confusing, right? Because I guess that's racial, even though that's racial. See how it's confusing? Anyway, we're going to make it all make a lot of sense. Find other black singles. Wow, these assert or imply the race of the person. Please note that we will enforce, oh my goodness. Okay, so don't use the word other is basically what they're saying, because it implies that you are black. Because we don't want to say anything about the person looking at it. Like, are they black or anything like that? We just want to say we offer the ability for you to meet black men or black singles, and you could be black or not. You could be white. You could be Asian. I think that's what they mean. So don't use the word other, and don't ask them if they are something related to race or religion. Date Christian singles. Plenty of Christians want to date a Christian. Don't say, are you Christian, or meet other Christians. So definitely do not ask, are you, and meet other. Same thing with seniors. This one's kind of unusual, though. Car insurance for 18 to 24-year-olds is not acceptable. I don't know why. What if your car insurance really is only for 18 to 20? I guess because you might still not get it, even if you're 18 to 24, maybe? Maybe. I actually don't understand why this is not acceptable. They need to put an explanation here, but anyway. Sexual orientation or sexual life. Atlantis, gay cruises, gay dance clubs, gay dating. That's all okay. Are you gay? Meet other gays. See that one? We know why already. Same thing here. Gender identity. Come meet transgender singles. You don't want to ask people if they are transgendered. Disability. Affected by bulimia, depression, counseling. Okay, now I'm a little confused. These statements offer help for people. The word affected doesn't necessarily mean that the person has the condition. Are you serious? Oh, because it could be a mother who is affected by bulimia if her daughter suffers from this disease. However, if you say handicapped or damaged by bulimia, then it's unacceptable. Well, that's fascinating. Okay. All right. We have the best services for your financial needs. Broke, bankrupt, check out our service. So don't want to say people, don't talk about, because this is assuming they're broke. You don't want to do that. You just want to tell them you have financial services. Membership in a trade union. Be a part of our union today. That's okay. Hate your union rep is not okay. Because that means you're in a union, I guess. That's why. Criminal record. Services to clean up any previous offenses. Are you a convicted felon? Okay, so this one's not good because it talks about them being a felon. Name. Interesting. We print customized stickers with your name. Is your name Freddie? Okay, so don't presume you know their name. There you go. Okay, so those are all the guidelines. Okay? So that was actually very helpful. It's good to know this because if you ever don't get approved, you know, you need to know what they're doing. And basically, I think the biggest thing is right here. You must describe and represent the advertised or sponsored brand or product in an accurate and non-misleading way. Ads must not make unsubstantiated claims. Okay, so do not make unsubstantiated claims. We already know that, actually. In my business, we have to put that income disclaimer everywhere. That's why you see it. And we only are allowed to obviously tell the truth about what we've made. But that's just ethical marketing. Okay, including and not limited to price, performance, and results. Any claim made in the copy should also be reflected on the landing page. Also, ad copy must not be insulting, harassing, or threatening to people. Obviously. So you don't want it to be like that. That's not my issue. Ad claim made in the copy must also be reflected on the landing page. I think this is one of the biggest things. And it's the hardest one because new people coming into this business, they don't know how to make a landing page. That's one of the harder skills that you have to learn. So that's one other thing. Language used in an ad may not be offensive, profane, vulgar, libelous, slanderous, or unlawful. Well, that's pretty obvious. Okay, so that's how you do, that's basically all of the advertising policies. So this was a good thing to go through. If you're going to do an ad, it's good to know this stuff. And I haven't, nobody really taught it to me specifically like this. I just decided I would research it myself, read it, find out, because I've gotten some ads rejected recently. So want to know why, yeah? Okay. So now that we know all this, we got to make a better ad. So I'm going to pull up my ad copy and we're going to work on it together. But let me stop sharing. Hi, it's me again. So I hope that was interesting to you. I might have lost you a little bit there, but that's really important stuff because you need to know what you can put in your ad to get it approved, right? Otherwise, it's not going to be on Facebook. So now I'm going to go through my ad that I wrote. It's funny, my friend read it. She's like, oh, it's great. It's great. It doesn't get approved, though, but she really likes my writing. I hope it's good writing, besides the fact that she loves it. But it could be that my landing page was the reason it didn't get approved. But we will look at it, and we will figure it out together. Okay, so I'm opening it up right now, and then I'm going to share my screen, and we can go through it. So I'm going to share it. I got it open. Let's take a look. So if you've never written an ad, this will probably be very helpful for you. So my ad is a bunch of words right here. I modeled it off of another ad, but it's my first ad. Well, not my first one, but usually I do ads that don't have so many words. Well, that's not true. Let's just read it, okay? So I want to target people who like Wayne Dyer. I already showed you his book that I've been reading. And the reason I want to target people like Wayne Dyer is because I like Wayne Dyer. All right, so I want to attract people like me who will enjoy working with me. So I did Wayne Dyer. You're going to target people that you're attracted to that make sense for you, okay? So here's my quote. I know today that everything that ever manifests into physical reality begins with a thought, and that a thought laced with intent is a virtual guarantee that it will come to pass. For the first time in my life, I know that Wayne Dyer is speaking the truth in this statement because I used to do what most people do, let my thoughts run wild and control my life. So I'm thinking I'm going to change that. And just put, instead of saying what most people do, I think I'll just say because I used to let my thoughts. I'll just talk about myself because I don't want to assume that people reading this are anybody in particular. So let me do that. I know today that everything that ever manifests into physical reality begins with a thought, and that a thought laced with intent is a virtual guarantee that it will come to pass. So that quote is from Wayne Dyer, okay? And I'm not going to capitalize that because I'm just not going to do it. Okay. So the first time in my life, I know that Wayne Dyer is speaking the truth in this statement because I used to let my thoughts run wild and control my life. I might change that sentence. I'll leave it now. I used to think about how poor I was, so I'm just going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of all these stressing things. I'm going to put, I used to think about how little money I had. And how hard it was to find my soulmate. And how I was a failure. Maybe you can relate to having negative thoughts. Well, for me, they created they created a life without money. Living in a 100-square-foot apartment with two other women, barely with enough money to pay for 3 meals a day. I'm just going to get rid of this one. Created a life created a life where I lived. This is in tears and heartaches. Well, one day I hit the bottom and I finally learned the most powerful lesson in my life. I could take responsibility for my own destiny, and then I made magic happen. Thought about my soulmate, sleeping with a mom at night, saying my husband is here, even thought about how when I was married, I would have to remember not to take him for granted, and I was married in a year to my soulmate, Jamal. Thought about my son, Jordan, and imagined him laughing, playing with me in the grass, seeing him smile, and he was born the following year. Thought about my money and how I would look at my net worth, and it would be positive, and I would have a new car and money to go to restaurants and movies on the weekends, and have vacations to go to Disney for the first time. And I wanted to make more in a day than I ever made in a month, and I did it. And the people who knew me 5 years ago don't even recognize me when they see me. When I tell them all that has happened, it sounds like magic. And I will tell you something, it is all true. Everything begins with a thought, and then the thought needs to be laced with intent. However, there are 5 key action steps that created my soulmate, my son, my financial success, and I'm going to share them with you in this post. Before I go to any further, though, I want to make one very important point. Thoughts alone are not going to make your dreams come true. I had to change not only how I thought, I had to ground myself and become connected with my true purpose in life. I had to share my happiness, joy, and all the techniques that I've learned with others. The more I focused on helping others find their soul's purpose, the more successful I became. Action step number 1, take responsibility for your life. The hardest and most critical step for me was to take responsibility for my life when it was really, really, really bad. When I was doing well, it was easy. Yes, that's me. I'm great and I created this great life. Well, well, when things turned bad, for years I did what most people do. I'm going to get rid of that. For years, when things turned bad, I blamed my ex-boyfriends or my lack of good jobs or the druggies on the hall or the crazy neighbors. Things only changed for the better when I faced my huge ego and I admitted that I created everything in my life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And then, only then, I made a decision that if I'm going to create my life, going forward, it was going to be the best life I could live. And I would make that change now. Action step number 2, get support and mentorship. Every great leader has support and mentors. Ronald Reagan had Nancy, Princess Leia had Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, Wayne Dyer had Abraham Maslow and Maleki Alberti. If you are going for a goal on your own and you think you don't need any help, then your goal is not big enough, as Michael Beckwith reminds us. Nothing great comes without working together and getting support from other people. No great wealth will come to you without providing great value to others. No great deed shall be accomplished without allowing people with greater talents than your own to shine and help you with your great mission. When I let go of my ego and my small thinking and ask for guidance and let others greater than myself mentor me, and I paid tuition over $20,000 in seminars, books, online courses, and paid attention and followed their direct instructions, that's when I began to create success that I had never achieved before. Action step number 3, plan your thoughts to your advantage. What are you thinking right now? Seriously, stop and think about it. Whatever you are thinking, you're practiced. You practice saying that thought over and over again inside your head, oftentimes for years. If you're like me, when I finally took the time to actually pay attention to what I was thinking, I was surprised at the negative thoughts that were going on through my head. I wrote them down, and then I did the most important step. I wrote down what I wanted to think instead. I planned what thoughts that I would now think. These new thoughts were going to make me powerful, happy, and successful. Then I repeated these new thoughts all the time. I yelled them while riding my bike to work. I said them in the shower. I recorded myself saying them and played them on a loop all day under my desk at work. Listened to them while I was running and slept with them playing on a loop. Action step number 4, live your dream now. Funny how when my thoughts changed, what I did in my life changed too. When I thought about being with my soulmate, I got online and started dating. When I thought about my wealth, I got online again and made more money. It's not enough to just think differently. I went out and acted differently. Of course, with all of these new thoughts, of course my actions were going to change. Living my dreams happened much faster than I ever imagined. In a matter of months, I went from single to married. In less than a year, I was pregnant. In less than 3 months, I was making more in a day than I'd made in a month. Action step number 5, trust your instinct. The biggest change for me was when I trusted my instinct, my inner wisdom. All along, I think I skipped ahead. Okay, all along, I always knew exactly what I was destined to do. How I was meant to be wealthy, healthy, and happy. How I was destined to be a leader in my family and to be a leader in the world. Though it scares me even to this day, I know that when I follow my heart and trust my inner truth, I live with my highest and most fulfilled life. I guess this is the part that might have gotten me in trouble. I said, do you listen to your instinct? I'm just going to get rid of that part and just put, as Seth Godin says, if it scares you, it may be a good thing to try. Following these 5 action steps will manifest a change in your life so fast that people who know you will think you know magic. And anyone who has reached their dream life knows this, the nature of magic in our everyday lives. Now, I'm no magician. I'm not going to cast a spell on you to make you a millionaire overnight or give you a dream lover. I'm going to wave a magic wand and you'll suddenly be feeling the warm sand on your feet as you run into the ocean-feeling waves of your surfboard and magical dolphin sidekick. It's just so bizarre. How about I just get rid of that whole sentence? In fact, I will right now. Okay. However, now that I live the life of my dreams, I'm going to help others do the same thing. My biggest passion is helping aspiring entrepreneurs create financial freedom. so that they can have the most valuable aspect of all, time freedom. As Wayne Dyer said, my purpose was never about making money. It was always about teaching and reaching people on a new level. As of date, I think I'm going to say as of today, not as of date. What does that even mean, right? My husband and I spend most of our days doing what we love, caring and servicing the community, going on dates every week, praying with our son, and spending time with our families. Right now, we're taking on our next case study, small group of students to personally mentor and work really closely with over the next 90 days. Those who join the group can expect a magical-like transformation in their life. This unique opportunity is only for people who are ready to accept support and mentorship and are ready for taking responsibility for a magnificent destiny. You must be willing to trust in yourself and must be committed to your dreams and must be willing to put in the work to make it happen. If this describes you and you're not afraid of finding your true mission on this earth planet, then allow me to help you become a master of creating financial freedom and leadership online. Complete the 3 steps below if you're interested in this special opportunity. Comment, I want to be personally mentored below. Send me a private message telling me that you want more info. Share this message with others if it inspired you. Henry Miller said, don't look for miracles. You are the miracle. May Doldlau. Okay, so I don't even have a link in here. So obviously the landing page is not the problem. So it's obviously the wording because there's no link in this ad. Fascinating. I think I have to work on this ad longer. So I'm going to have to edit this ad writing, I think. I think it's pretty good. I don't know. It talks about these action steps and it talks about being mentored, which is what I do. I did fix some stuff because there were some questions about are you, and all that. Maybe I'll get rid of the magic stuff. Maybe that's the part that makes, I'm not sure. Let's see. Following these 5 actions will manifest a life and change in your life so fast. I think I will just put following these 5 action steps manifested a change in my life so fast that people who knew me 5 years ago don't recognize me today. That's the truth. I have people do that. I'm going to get rid of this stuff about magic. Maybe that'll help. Don't talk about magic. Okay. Biggest passion is to help aspiring entrepreneurs create financial freedom so that they can have the most valuable asset of all, time freedom. Okay. Let's see, do I talk about magic anywhere else? So all I'm doing right now is just editing this ad to make it let me just blow my nose. Excuse me. I have a little cold. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So let's read it one more time and then I'll make the ad. I know today that everything that ever manifests into physical reality begins with a thought. And a thought laced with an intent is a virtual guarantee that it will come to pass. For the first time in my life, I know that Wayne Dyer is speaking the truth in this statement because I used to let my thoughts run wild and control my life. Let me make it look again. I know today that everything that ever manifests into physical reality begins with a thought. And that a thought laced with intent is a virtual guarantee that it will come to pass. Yes, Jordan. Here, you want to meet my son? Here, I'll show you. Come here, Jordan. You want to meet everybody? He's all sad. Come here, Jordan. He's crying because he wants me to go get him. But let me go get him. I'm on a hangout. I'm teaching people how to do Facebook. Oh, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. Put your head down. Put your head down. No. Go ahead, put your head down. This is my son. He's a little sick, so say hi, Jordan. Hello. He's a little sad, so I might have to stop early. Anyways, he usually sleeps longer on the weekend. I don't know. I guess he woke up early today for some reason. So, sorry I can't give the whole training today. Thanks for your patience, and I will see if I can do it tomorrow morning and finish it up. Oh, he's like saying. Anyways, you can always catch the recording. So let me just put the website here for the recording, okay? Hey, buddy. Let me see what I can do. You can always go to my blog to get it. Prayer episodes. I have a lot of episodes there. Candoitblog.com. I'm going to put it on the screen for you. There you go. Candoitblog.com. That has recordings of all the episodes. So thank you for joining me today. Usually they're about a half hour. I was hoping I could do it a little longer because it's Saturday morning and usually they sleep in, but I guess they're not going to sleep in. So I am on right now. I'm going to have to stop. But thank you for joining in. I'm going to work on that ad a little more. And I'm going to put it up. And I'm going to show you how to put it up so that you know how to put up an ad. You okay, buddy? So thanks for joining in. And if you want to get on my email list, just go to candoitblog.com. It's going to pop up a big screen that asks if you want to go on a webinar and learn how people in our company make money. And if you're interested in internet marketing, definitely put in your email address. And then you'll be taken to that webinar. And you'll also be added to my email list. So that's the fastest way to get on my email list. And then I always send email updates when I do these hangouts. But usually I do them on Fridays at 6:30 a.m. Hawaii time. I'm doing it on Saturday today because I couldn't get Google Hangouts to work yesterday morning. So that's why I'm doing it this morning. So anyways, thanks for joining me. And I'm going to finish the lesson tomorrow, probably in the morning. But thanks for joining in. And now you get to meet my son, Jordan. He's a little less friendly than usual, but that's because he just woke up and I guess he didn't know where I was, so he was all sad. But have a great day, and thanks for joining, and stay tuned for the next one, okay? But we learned a lot about the guidelines of Facebook today, so I think you learned a lot. I did too, so have a great day. Aloha.